Hello fellow traders, Marv Eisen here from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy, and I want to take you through the 6 basic trade setups together with the stochastics and the Taylor Trading Zone, which is the backbone of what I teach at Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Now you're looking at my chart of Friday, April 10th, and Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays generally favor trading to be less volatile, a little easier to determine which way the market is going to go. And typically, if you're going to be trading these days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if you do lose, chances are you're not going to lose that much. And if you win, chances are you're going to win quite a bit. Now, as I said, I'm going to speak about the 6 trade setups. You see them listed on my screen: gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick. There are only 6 trade setups. Trading is not difficult. Regardless of what you've heard, trading is not difficult to learn. Trading is simple, it's not easy. And the reason is you can be shaken off before there's a very positive move that would have made you a good deal of money. And so, along with the 6 trade setups, we also have the Taylor Trading Zone, which you see on my chart from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is the S&P E-mini. I trade S&P E-mini. The Taylor Trading Zone is relevant to many different markets. Certainly the S&P E-mini, but also almost all futures markets. And for those of you who trade the Asian markets, particularly the Nifty 50 or even the Bank 50, most Asian traders, or many of them, trade the Nifty 50. The Taylor Trading Zone is an excellent resource to help you trading. And why is that? Because it gives you an idea of where prices are likely to trade on that trading day. And you can figure the Taylor Trading Zone before the market even opens. How great is that? How many trading tools can give you an indication of where prices are likely to trade before the market even opens? You can watch any talking head pre-market, the Maria Bartiromos. You know, I love Maria. But nevertheless, nobody knows where the market is going to go. But the Taylor Trading Zone is a mathematical model developed by George Taylor back in the 1950s that's relevant even today. It's taught in trading schools. And I'm talking about colleges that really teach trading, that you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars learning how to trade, learning what the background of trading is, the players, the people who made a name for themselves in trying to determine where the market is likely to trade. Now, absent insider information, nobody knows where the market is likely to trade. So the Taylor Trading Zone is based on a mathematical formula of 12 different calculations, each one providing an average, and the actual trading zone for each day is an average of those 12 averages, and it's calculated each day. It's complex. It really is complex, and you can find out more about it on my site at timelessdollar.com. I made a video about how to calculate the Taylor Trading Zone, and you'll see how complex it really is. It's basically not doable for most traders, and it took me many years. I've been trading for over 20 years. It took me many years to figure out George Taylor's formulas, and you can read his book, The Book Method by George Taylor, at Amazon. You can get it at amazon.com. The first chapter is great. It's a great read. After the first chapter, chances are you're not going to understand anything. But the first chapter is a great read, and the reason that it's a great read is that it tells in very simple, down-to-earth terms how the market is manipulated. In other words, to take money away from most traders. And so that's the Taylor Trading Zone. But George Taylor came up with the dozen calculations that are averages of averages, and It synthesizes down to a support and a resistance number. There are construction numbers in between, and you can, again, find out more about it by reading George Taylor's book. If you can get past the first chapter, you won't. Or you can check out my site that explains visually what the Taylor trading zone is and how the calculations are put together. The basics of the 12 formulas, the basis of the 12 formulas. And basically they're measurements of how far prices move from highs to higher, from lows to lowers, from lows to highs, and from highs to lows over a period of several days. And then average those averages and come up with a support and resistance number to place on your chart for the following day. So the Taylor trading zone is actually the next best thing to a crystal ball for day traders, okay? And so next we have the stochastics. Now, I like stochastics because they are a confirmation of when prices are likely to turn. They don't tell you when prices will turn. They're a confirmation of where prices are likely to turn. They're a confirmation of candlestick patterns. For instance, you see a hammer with a long shadow and a relatively small real body at the bottom of a decline. And when you see that and a corresponding oversold stochastic, and you see prices immediately after that candle starting to rise and the stochastic starting to rise, that's a good indication to take a trade to the upside. And so the stochastics is a very powerful tool. It's an oscillator. You can get it right on your chart. You see it here at the bottom of my chart, and this is my trading view chart. This is Friday, April 10th. So again, gap, support, and resistance, time and price, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick, GST, TMC, 6 trade setups, easy to remember. And if you're trying to trade and you want to make money trading, and the only reason to trade is to make money, learn these 6 trade setups. Now let me talk about each one of them. You can find out more about them in my courses. The gap trade is a trade that every trader should have in his toolbox, because the gap trade is where prices open above or below the previous day's close. And on many days, prices will close the gap. In other words, if they open above or below the previous day's close, they will revisit that price. The gap trade is, again, your number one trade. Every trader. If you had no other trade, the gap trade, okay? Next trade is the support and resistance trade. Most traders have heard of this. Support is where prices put in a level that they don't violate, and they move up from there. And resistance, again, is a price where prices hit their head and then move down from there. Support and resistance. The trend trade, that's where prices move in a trend, either up or down, or even sideways, but typically we're looking for up or down trend. The time and price or momentum trade, or the symmetrical trade, is where prices move in a certain direction for a certain amount of time, stabilize for up to an hour, and then move in the same direction for the same amount of time. Simple. Time and price trade, also called the symmetrical trade. The momentum trades are where prices, and you've seen this, where prices all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they move violently or quickly in a positive or a downward direction. Momentum. There's no real setup for a momentum trade. It's a trade setup, but there's really no indication that it's going to happen. So if you happen to be fortunate enough to take a trade at the right time, just prior to when a trend or momentum trade rather is going to make its move, you can make a lot of money very quickly. Very difficult to do, happens a few times a week, and so it's sort of a trade setup, a trade but without a setup. Then there's the candlestick trade, which is, and I mentioned it before, a hammer at the bottom of a decline, or shooting star at the top of a price rise, and with a corresponding stochastic that shows the overbought or condition, indicating prices are going to reverse. Because we're looking for a reversal. Reversals are the easiest way to take a trade at a point where we can sort of determine prices are going to trade in the opposite direction to where they've been previously going. Okay, so we've covered the 6 trade setups, we've covered the stochastics, we've covered the Taylor trading zone in this video. Now this is Friday, April 10th. Not too much action. There are 10 points between each horizontal line on this chart. And for those of you who've seen my previous videos in talking about the Taylor trading zone and where prices open in relation to the Taylor trading zone, you've heard me say that when prices open in the middle of the Taylor trading zone, very difficult to determine whether prices are going to move upward or downward. And so on days like that, it might be better to not trade, all right? Unless you can see one of the trade setups develop after the market opens. Now, here on Friday, April 10th, prices opened in the middle of the Taylor trading zone at 68.77. Didn't close the gap until about 10 o'clock, but then quickly moved away and then moved up and then closed the gap and went basically through it. Didn't move much on Friday, April 10th. And so prices closed right about over here at 68.54. And so let's move over to Monday. Now, Mondays generally favor markets rising, all right? For whatever reason, Mondays generally favor markets rising. And this was a particularly interesting day because very seldom do you see the previous day's close, and I have it indicated here as this horizontal line. Very seldom do you see it where it's not within the Taylor trading zone. Now, I've calculated the Taylor trading zone for Monday, April 13th. And here we have prices opening up well below the previous day's close, well below the Taylor trading zone. Now, I just told you that prices very often visit the previous day's close, the gap. And they very often trade within the Taylor trading zone because the Taylor trading zone, as I said, is the next best thing to a crystal ball because it gives us an indication of where prices are likely to trade. So we have the gap, we have the Taylor trading zone, we have day of week trading, Monday. We have 3 indications that prices are going to move in a positive direction because here we are at 9 o'clock on Monday, April 13th, just a half an hour before the market is set to open. And I'm going to take you through it, and based on what I've just told you, where prices usually revisit the previous day's close, which is right over here at 68.54, and here prices are opening at 9 o'clock. Well, let's take it to 9:30, where prices are actually going to open. I'm going to play the video to 9:30, right about over here. Okay, here's our 9:30 candle right over here at 68.35. And here's the gap at 68.55. So 20 points from where the price is open to the previous day's close, to the gap. 20 points, that's $50 a point. That's $1,000 for one contract on the S&P E-mini. And that's the gap trade. And then we have the Taylor trading zone. But let's leave that alone for a minute. Let's take it forward after 9:30. And here we are. Okay, so here just at 9:54, actually 9:45, price in a quick momentum move. Remember, I told you momentum moves, they are a trade without a setup. And as you can see, prices moved 25 points within a 3-minute, these are 3-minute candles, prices moved 25 points in 3 minutes. Close the gap. So 25 points with $50 a point. So if you just said the hell with it, I'm going to get on between 9:30 and 10 o'clock and got on somewhere around 68.32, 68.30, 68.35, somewhere around there, and took a trade and prices moved up to 68.55, and you made yourself 20 points, $1,000 within 3 minutes, well, you probably would have been happy, closed your computer up. But then again, what about the Taylor trading zone? Taylor trading zone, Taylor trading zone. Well, prices are never going to trade within the Taylor trading zone because after all, they trade. They started out way down here at 68.35. Never going to trade up here. I mean, after all, the resistance at the tail trading zone is 69, almost 69.30. Ridiculous. Prices can never trade up there, right? So let's continue. If you stayed on your trade, all right, and let's say you had some faith that the Taylor trading zone is a real thing, all right? And I've told you it's a real thing. Let's see where prices went on Monday, April 13th, okay? And as prices move, they sort of move sideways for a bit, and then they're going to revisit the previous day's close, because previous day's close is a powerful magnet. But then look, later on in the day, 12:30, they're trading already in the Taylor trading zone, right at the support level at 68.85, something like that. And toward the end of the day, around 2:30 and 3 o'clock, and where were we going? Where are we going? The Taylor trading zone. Well. Okay, so we're going to stop the video over here. And prices moved up to 69.25. And so the previous day's close, the gap was 68.55. All right, so that's, what's that, 40, that's 45 points plus 25 is 70 points from here to here, from here to here, plus the 25 points from the opening to the previous day's close. So 25, that was 100 points, 100 points. All right, and again, it was a Monday. Taylor Trading Zone gave us the crystal ball where prices are likely to trade. Previous day's close, the gap trade was very successful in and of itself. If you made 25 points in the gap trade, when's the last time you made 25 points in one trade? Most traders, they trade scalping. They make a quarter a point, a half a point. They're in and out, they're in and out, they're in and out. But Monday, April 13th, we have the gap trade. We have prices opening well below the gap, well below the Taylor trading zone. And we have our trade setups as well that we can use, the gap trade being one of them. There are others within this envelope. I'm not going to go through it, but if you want to learn how to trade, the idea is you're going to lose money on some days, but the days that you lose money, you lose a little bit. The days you make money, you make a lot. If you learn how to trade. Trading is the most valuable skill anyone could learn. And the key is to learn when not to trade. Because every time you're in the market, and I teach this in my course, and I repeat it, and I repeat it, and I repeat it, the best place to be is out of the market. Whenever you're in the market, you're opening yourself to risk. Using the tools that I can teach you, you'll be able to make money, you'll be able to be successful, and you'll be able to trade on your terms when you want to, and not trade on days where the odds are against you. So that's my video for today. Thanks so much for watching. Trade safely. I'm Marv Eisen of Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Check out my site at timelessdollar.com. Have a great day, everyone.